Hey, what's up, y'all? It's ARENAVINCENT back up in here, exploring life like always. You know this time for 2026 NBA. That's the National Basketball Association Finals, the NBA Finals, or round 4 has came to an end. Yes, I know. Hey, ARENAVINCENT, that was Saturday night. Your reaction video, your thought video, 5 days later, almost late to the party. But anyway. As you know, the National Basketball Association has crowned a new champion. And the champion of the NBA 2025-2026 season, 2026 NBA champions, are the New York Knicks. As you know, your homie ARENAVINCENT got my pick correct. I took the Knicks over the San Antonio Spurs. And so for some, it was a great series, one of the most memorable series one of the most memorable series and competitive series. For others, I've heard the lack of fundamental basketball not being played on the Spurs side kind of killed it for some. I heard somebody say that. But I got that pick correct. I did choose them. I did say Knicks in 6, but that did not happen. It was Knicks in 5 who got it done. And let's just go back to it, man. Like I said, it's New York Knicks taking on the San Antonio Spurs. And I always said this. I only watched, did I watch? I think I only watched or I listened to game 1. Most of it, again, when they were down, they were down 22 points too? Or that was a Cleveland then. That was a Cleveland game. But they were down. The New York Knicks were down. As you know, the Knicks did not, basically came back in basically every game they won. They had to come back from a deficit, you know what I mean? And like I said before, game 3, that's the only game the San Antonio Spurs won. And I always said this, your stars, Jalen Brunson is the star of the New York Knicks. Your star, all-star, Wembanyama is the star of the San Antonio Spurs, or whatever you want to call it. They have to average. This is my opinion. It might be other people's opinions too. I don't know, but I always felt this way. Have to average 30 to 35 points plus to help their team reach victory. And on top of that, you have to have a teammate or teammates that equal, the points. They can spread it out, or they can have one guy go off for like another 30 or another 25, and another guy go down for 15. You know what I mean? You just got to spread it out. The fact that, if I looked at that, the fact that Wembanyama only had 30 points in game 3, and game 3 is the game they won. The San Antonio Spurs won. The fact that Jalen Brunson in game 3 had 32 points. And game 2, Jalen had 20, and in game 1, Brunson had 30. Remember, game 1, Brunson wasn't playing that great, but he did get those last shots off to put the dagger into it. Game 2, he wasn't playing that great again. 20 points that whole game. Other people had to step up to help win. But again, it all matters too. Again, I get it if your all-stars in the right place at the right moment to get that last shot off, or to seal it, or to tie the game up, or to actually win the game. That's what's going to happen. Game 4, Jalen Brunson had 36 points, and in game 5, Jalen Brunson had 45. Wembanyama in game 5, a closeout game for the Knicks, only had 19 points. In game 4, Wembanyama only had 24 points. Game 2, he had 29, and in game 1, he had 26. So again, to me, he didn't even average the fucking average. Their superstar needs to be averaging in a playoff game. That's just my opinion. I get it. They're going to put defense on him. They're going to work him. They're going to put whatever they can to stop him. So then you got to facilitate. So I didn't look at the assists. I don't know if he ever facilitated any more scoring or anything like that. But then it came down to the San Antonio Spurs was a game 3, right? Or game 4 when the OG Anunoby did that miracle tip in game 4 and helped. If you have a 29-point lead, you don't need to be shooting threes. I get that. Threes are what got you there. You're shooting threes and all that. But to me, this goes for anything. If you have a 29-point lead or any type of 25-point lead, you need to stop shooting threes when you don't. If I get it, if they're wide open, fine. But you need to stop shooting threes and just go for the high percentage shots, dunks, layups. Whatever. Even if you want to take those long range jumpers. The only reason why I bring that up is because once you have the lead, you don't have to keep, getting more points at as fast as possible. You know what I'm trying to say? So that's why I think they went wrong at as well. I think other experts said that too. That why they're shooting. I think Charles Barkley said it. Why are you shooting threes when you had the lead, especially a lead like that? I get it. If you're only up 15 or you're only up 10, then I get that because that shit can be easily taken up. But anything past 20 points, you can kind of tone it down and take the 2 points, take the high percentage buckets and all that, and then run the clock down, I guess. But so that's what happened, man. Again, San Antonio, just like LeBron James. LeBron James was a phenom when he came up. He went to the NBA Finals finally, and he played against the San Antonio Spurs. They beat his ass. I mean, they beat all his team. They beat him. You know what I mean? So Wembanyama, he got eliminated. The fact how they lost, so that's the heartbreaking, I guess, or it goes back to is losing in the fourth quarters, man. Losing in the second half. That's always goes back to no matter what you do in the first half, unless you score like a fucking 100 points and they only scored 40, you know what I mean? You can chill in the last. All it matters how you play in the third and fourth quarters, especially the fourth. If you can keep it close, and in the fourth you do what you got to do to get the lead. So I think that's what happened with San Antonio. They dominated most of the game, not dominated, or they always had the lead, or they were up, and then they just didn't know how to close the game. And that sucks that once you only have one guy making points. I mean, Castle is out there. Harper's kid, Darren Harper or Dylan Harper, he was doing his thing, but Fox was not there. He didn't say. So, and then, the mental errors that happen too. But yeah, that's when you need, again, Wembanyama is the star. Does he need another guy there? Maybe. They thought De'Aaron Fox was going to be the other guy, but he just did not show up. Castle and Harper were doing their thing best they can. So that's what happens, man. And I get it. So that's what I'll say. And then I did hear somebody else say on the radio, I think it was ESPN Sports Radio, that Wembanyama needs to demand the ball, I think he said, or more of, because I think he was asked one time, the player Wembanyama was asked about how come he's not getting the ball, or how come, and I think he kind of put it on the coach. The coach didn't write the play for me, or the coach is not getting me the ball. And I understand that because yes, and that's part of learning. You know what I mean? I believe, I'm not a professional athlete, but it's part of learning, especially in basketball, is sometimes you got to demand the ball, or if the play is broken up, you demand the ball, or just get the damn ball and do what you have to do. Not be a ball hog, but put more pressure on the coach, or put more pressure on your teammates. Say, hey, give me the ball, lob that motherfucker up there, because the motherfucker is like 7'4" or 7'3", whatever the fuck you want to say. All you got to do is just throw that ball up, man. And so does it suck that he got eliminated like that? Of course. I mean, if you're on that team that can't keep a lead, that sucks. But then Wembanyama at the end of the press conference, he kind of said, "Hope to see you never," or bye, or whatever. The way he bounced out was kind of bitter. But hey, I understand why you were upset, because the way you lost, you can't come back from. You can come back from it, but that's always going to be hung over your head. That's why then I saw the memes, of course, of basically they're the new Atlanta Falcons, giving up a 29-point lead instead of a 28-point lead at halftime and all that, or whatever. So it is what it is, man. So I think it was a good series. I guess for some people it wasn't. New York Knicks got their title after 53 years, as you know, and their parade is today. Today is Thursday, the time I'm doing this recording, so I got that pick correct. It was Knicks in 5, not Knicks in 6. But that's what I got to say about it, man. Stop shooting those threes when you don't have to, and kind of go what you got to go with. You have a big man who's 7'4", and I get it. He might be tired. He might be fatigued because, it's basketball, man. It's physical, so he's still skinny. He's not big Shaq, you know what I mean? Like, big, and so I get that shit is all going to come down, and especially if the opposing team knows you're the main guy, they're going to double team you, they're going to rough you up and all that. So it is what it is. I'm not saying he was too tired or weak. I'm just saying, though, you got to how would I say, use what got you there sometimes. I understand a 3-point basket is more common in this type of NBA playing, but sometimes, man, just go to the bucket, especially if you got the lead, man. Take those layups, take those fucking sky hooks, take those fucking, high percentage shots more than a 3-pointer. But it is what it is. You live by that. I guess he died by it. And the New York Knicks, hey, shout out to the Knicks, man. They did what they had to do, man. It's one of those games. I didn't know they were going to come back. They did what they had to do to come back. It's pretty trippy. So they get more credit than, of course, than just, San Antonio fucking up. They get credit for playing their asses off, and the New York Knicks got it done. They're your 2026 NBA champions. I got that pick right once again. And that's it, and that's all. Shout out to the Knicks, man. That's cool. But, hey, now a new season's going to begin. And, enjoy it until next year where they have to defend their title and all that. So that's it, man. As always, thank you for exploring the arena we call life, your homie Arena Vincent, the Vincent 365 production. And do give me a like, give me a share, subscribe to the channel if you have not. And that's it, and that's all. Link in the description to the podcast and all social media down there. Peace. New York Knicks are your 2026 NBA Finals champions. Peace.